Imagine a craft that defies every law of physics we were taught in school. A craft that can hover in total silence, then accelerate to Mach 9 in the blink of an eye without killing its pilot. For decades, the world's most elite pilots have reported seeing black triangles in the dead of night. The Pentagon calls them UFOs. But inside the deep, unacknowledged vaults of the US military, they have another name, the TR-3B Astra. Today, we aren't just looking at a plane. We are looking at the end of traditional aviation. Welcome to Black Ops history. Prepare to enter the most classified project in human history. In the mid-1980s, a massive hole appeared in the US federal budget. Billions of dollars were disappearing into what the military calls black programs or unacknowledged special access programs, USAPs. While the public was fascinated by the F-117 stealth fighter, rumors began to circulate about a project far more ambitious, Project Aurora. The goal wasn't just stealth, it was total atmospheric dominance. In 1998, a whistleblower named Edgar Fouche, a former tactical electronic warfare creator, risked everything. He claimed that the TR-3B wasn't science fiction, it was already operational. He described a craft that used liquid mercury plasma to create its own gravity field. To understand how this works, we have to look at the terrifying science of the magnetic field disruptor. The heart of the TR-3B is the magnetic field disruptor, or MFD. Imagine a circular ring filled with a highly pressurized, mercury-based plasma. This plasma is cooled to cryogenic temperatures and spun at staggering speeds, up to 50,000 revolutions per minute. When this happens, a localized field is created that disrupts the effects of gravity on the craft's mass. Leaked documents suggest that the MFD reduces the vehicle's weight by a staggering 89%. This means the TR-3B can perform maneuvers that would crush a human being in any other aircraft. It doesn't fly, it slides through space-time. This isn't just a propulsion system, it's the holy grail of physics. But how does the US military stabilize a craft that essentially has no weight? The answer lies in the three-corner thrusters. The TR-3B isn't just about speed. It is the ultimate spy. Because it generates its own gravitational field, it also warps light and radar waves around it. It is essentially the first perfect stealth craft. According to reports from the Belgian UFO wave of 1989, one of the most documented sightings in history, F-16 pilots attempted to lock onto these triangles. The result? The crafts moved from 700 feet to 30,000 feet in seconds, leaving the most advanced jets of the era standing still. Was this the US testing its secret fleet over Europe? Or was it something even more mysterious? The TR-3B isn't just about speed. It is the ultimate spy. Because it generates its own gravitational field, it also warps light and radar waves around it. It is essentially the first perfect stealth craft. According to reports from the Belgian UFO wave of 1989, one of the most documented sightings in history, F-16 pilots attempted to lock onto these triangles. The result? The crafts moved from 700 feet to 30,000 feet in seconds, leaving the most advanced jets of the era standing still. Was this the US testing its secret fleet over Europe? Or was it something even more mysterious? But the TR-3B might only be the beginning. Rumors of a program called Solar Warden suggest that the US has had a secret space fleet since the 1980s. If you can reduce the mass of a craft by 90%, the cost of reaching orbit becomes negligible. You no longer need massive rockets like the Saturn V or the Space Shuttle. You simply float out of the atmosphere. Whistleblowers have hinted that these triangular platforms serve as the backbone for deep space surveillance and perhaps even off-world bases. If this sounds like science fiction, remember that the Space Force was recently established as a separate branch of the military. Is it possible they are finally preparing us for the truth about what has been flying above our heads for 40 years? The story of the TR-3B is also a story of shadows and sacrifice. Men like Edgar Fouche lived their lives in fear after revealing these details. The black budget of the United States is estimated to be over $50 billion annually, money that disappears without congressional oversight. That's enough to build an entire civilization in secret. When we see the high-tech drones of today, we are seeing technology that is already decades old. The real, cutting edge, is hidden in the silence of the TR-3B. It is the ultimate expression of power, to be everywhere, to see everything, and to remain completely invisible. Is the TR-3B Astra a miracle of human engineering, or something far more mysterious? One thing is certain, the sky is no longer the limit. The secrets of the black projects are slowly leaking out, one triangle at a time. If you want to go deeper into the vault and uncover the weapons they said never existed, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join us in the shadows. This is Black Ops history. The files are open, but the truth is still classified.